titles go with actions. If you were to call someone a writer, you can be guaranteed that they probably write. If you call someone a podcaster, it's because they podcast. If you call someone a blogger, it's because they blog. So the title actually goes with the actions. Now, if you're actually taking the actions of a writer, do you not think that you should be able to call yourself a writer because you're writing? Do you not think you should be able to call yourself a blogger because you're blogging? But again, too many of us fear this title as if it's a big thing that we don't deserve having. But really, if you're taking the actions that person would take, well then you'd call yourself a writer if you write. You'd call yourself a podcaster if you podcast. I've got no problems calling myself a podcaster, and that is because I podcast. I record podcast episodes. Like, what else am I going to call myself? Go offline. Do you ever think a plumber doesn't consider himself a plumber because he feels he isn't worthy of the title? Now, if his day-to-day job is plumbing, well then of course he's a plumber. If he was an electrician, he would be doing electrical work. If he was a carpenter, he would be working with wood. So think about that when it comes to accepting a title. If it does feel maybe a little bit squeamish, think to yourself, well, if I'm taking the actions that person takes, well then I deserve that title.